Today on Community Watch, we'll be talking to the inspiration behind the award-winning barbecue place here in Rome, new place, Bonez and Gristles. And so you do not want to miss this. This will be one of the best shows we have ever done. So stay with us.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Welcome to Community Watch. Evan, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Honored to be here.
You are Greg Shropshire today.
That I am.
How does that feel?
It feels pretty good.
Yeah?
It feels pretty good.
It's a huge weight on your shoulders. Greg had a previous obligation, could not make it to the show today, and so we drafted Evan. Actually, nobody really against your will, but we didn't really give you a choice. Yeah. So that means that you have to ask a lot of pressing questions, especially on social issues related to our topic today.
I've seen the show.
Yeah, all right, okay.
I've seen the show before.
And today we're talking about barbecue, Bonez and Gristles. I know you're familiar.
I am. One of my, the place I eat most often in Rome.
Well, that makes perfect sense to me. But actually, our two guests have been in the business in various ways for quite a while. But this new location in Rome, fairly new, I think is doing quite well. So we're going to really talk about the art of barbecue, because I don't know how much research you've done into barbecue, but I feel like I've done a great deal of research over the years. And in my mind, good barbecue is an art.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. There are a lot of pretenders out there.
That's true.
But my experience is that Bonez and Gristles is the real thing. So we've got artists on the show today.
I agree. And I concur when it comes to Bonez and Gristles.
Oh, that's good. We will have our guests out here in just a moment and talk about our artists, talk about the art of barbecue. So stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
I'm transferring to the University of West Georgia.
Columbia University.
Kennesaw State.
UGA. Loyola University in Chicago.
Grambling State.
Shorter University. I'm going to Greensboro College, and we all got our start at Georgia Highlands.
No matter where your educational journey takes you, you can get your start at Georgia Highlands College. Georgia Highlands College. Enroll, engage, excel.
Welcome back to Community Watch, and we're very happy to have with us today the genius behind Bonez and Gristles Barbecue, Larry Cothran and Eric Mosley. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how you doing?
Good to be here.
I need to know, and we're going to talk about the business and everything. Congratulations, by the way, on your award.
Thank you, thank you.
Maybe we should start with that. What is the award you just won?
Well, the award came from V3 Magazine, and it's a local magazine for the region, and we got voted best barbecue in the region, so we're excited about that.
And that, I mean, that was an award that was based on popular vote.
Yes.
Of customers.
Yes,
I guess.
people had to vote. You had to go online to vote.
Yeah.
And you know, I believe we had it was very successful. You know, having people that love your barbecue, love the business, love the brand, to go out and vote for you.
And how long has the store been open?
Well, we've been open ever since June 30th this year.
But that's, I mean, it's not even a full year, and you're already winning the popular vote of the area.
We're elated about that. Yeah. That was phenomenal that we had that kind of response, and that's a good sign.
Yeah. Well, I know that you have been doing this for a while before the store opened last summer. Tell me about that. Tell me how you got started with this. Because you've been doing it really for a number of years.
Well, I've been doing it with my family probably for close to 30 years. And I just enjoyed cooking, watching my mom, my aunt, and all of them. And so one day, me pastoring, he one of the ministers at church or whatnot, we had an opportunity on the street to start selling barbecue. And he was selling and asked me to come help him, and both of us ended up liking it. And I already said I wanted to cook some barbecue, so we ended up starting out down on the street on Tennessee Street in Cartersville, cooking out of a little stand, and we got such a phenomenal response. It just kind of fueled a dream, and we went from there.
How long ago was that?
That's been
8 years ago to actually this month. It's been 8 years ago. And,
he's a historian.
Yeah, when we came on and started selling barbecue, I mean, I didn't know how, man, every time I put something on the grill, it would burn. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. I put a hot dog on the grill, it would burn. I didn't know how to get the fire and everything like that. And so we started getting together, and he already knew how to cook barbecue. And so we partnered up. And when we partnered up, I was selling ribs and chicken. That's all we were selling. We were selling ribs and chicken. Man, when we started selling ribs and chicken, we had a lot of people come out and buy the ribs and chicken. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, we would sell like 12, 13 cases of ribs on a Saturday. Now, and then he came up with the idea and said, you know what? My family up in Somerville sell pulled pork. When he said that right there, I was like, what is pulled pork? He was like, Boston butt. I was like, what is Boston butt? I ain't never heard of Boston butt. See, cause I wasn't raised to taste foods and stuff like that, cause we were poor, so we ate to get full. So I didn't know nothing except a little hamburger, And so he said, let's do this pulled pork. We tried to pull pork. It went crazy. That's all, and that was all she wrote.
Now, all right, so let me get this. You were interested in going into the business of barbecue without having much success actually cooking barbecue.
Yeah, see, I would cook barbecue at the house.
Yeah.
And so I was talking to this guy. I seen this guy, and he was like, hey, man, he was like, you want to come sell barbecue with me? And I was like, no, man, I'm not into the business, nothing like that right there. I didn't even have a business mind. I was working at Quick Trip. And so I didn't even have a business mind about nothing. And man, and I was like, are you making any money? He pulled out a wad like this right here. I said, when do I start? He pulled out that wad of money. I said, but when do I start? And it was all over from there. And so he comes up with a lot of recipes and stuff like that, and different stuff like that. I'm over the marketing part, I'm
the cook, he the marketer, and you're gonna see why we such a dynamic team. He's the marketing guy, and I'm the cooking guy. So
now I remember, I guess various times over these 8 years leading up to the standalone store that you have now, getting periodic messages on Facebook that y'all were going to be in a certain location for a certain length of time, and that was fun. I mean, because you knew that if you were going to get any Bonez and Gristles barbecue, you had to get to a certain place, and you had to get there pretty fast.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because it was gone, instantly.
Yeah, man, we'll put it out on Facebook, Instagram, and man, when we put it out there, people follow, and we always tell people, if you want to pre-order, go ahead and pre-order. People, it seems like if I tell people I'm coming somewhere tomorrow, they will not pre-order, and then they'll get there at 3 o'clock and say, "Where the ribs at?" We sold out. We sold out. So by putting stuff on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that, we was able to build a following. Now we have like 1,800 followers on Facebook, and that's www.facebook.com/Bonez and Gristles, BONESANDGRISTLES.
You did that. I'm trying to correct the spelling. So I gather that's your particular area of expertise.
That's my area of expertise.
Yeah. So y'all speak the same language with social media. I mean, that's your thing.
I'm familiar with social media, and I've actually, the first time I looked y'all up, I actually went to social media to find you.
Mm-hmm. Now we try to tell people, find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. Even give us a review on TripAdvisor. Give us a review on Yelp. Give us these different reviews and stuff like that. That boosts. When we first came into the business here in Rome, we were at we was the 134.
30 or 20.
Yeah, it was like 100. I think it was 134 restaurant in Rome. Now we're down to number 12 restaurant in Rome through TripAdvisor and everything like that. And that's because people give us the good reviews and stuff like that. So give us that review.
You were trying to explain to me what Instagram was, and then I'm not sure I really followed it, but are y'all doing that too?
Yeah, we do Instagram. Let me explain to you what Instagram is.
Okay.
Instagram is a photo sharing app that you can use for your phone, and you can put up the photos and everything like that. And what gets us the most views and likes and comments and shares and stuff like that is we put up engaging content. Like we have a tornado potato. And what a tornado potato is a whole potato spiral cut, stretched out, deep fried in the grease, seasoned to your perfection, then you eat it like never before. So when we put something like that up there, people are like, what is that? They've never seen that before. And it's engaging with them. They love it. They want some more of it. And we love it too.
Now, the concept of the tornado potato, where did that originate?
That's all him right there. That's all, like with recipes and stuff. This dude comes up with the most exceptional stuff. Go ahead and tell him.
Cooking is an art. It's an art form, but I'm probably a different type of cook than most. Most people cook for themselves to say, hey, this is good to me, but I always go by the people. So it's what the people like. So if you and then when I go, I'm a connoisseur. I've traveled all over the country and everything. So when I go out, I'm always looking for barbecue. I'm always tasting the food, and if I find something that tastes better than mine, I'm gonna go home because I'm not ashamed to say, hey, that's better than I do it. And I'll go home, play with it until I get mine just as good, if not better, and then booyah, we in the game. I tell people all the time, there's barbecue, and then there's the barbecue. So that's it's like this. Do you want just regular old barbecue, or do you want the barbecue? And we have that. One of our slogans is it's life changing. Cooking better than your mama and them, and she can cook. So we want to we have fun. This is the thing, we have fun barbecuing. We working on a clothing line and everything. We just have fun. It's fun doing it, and we're gonna do it long as it's we have fun, enjoy having fun with our customers as well.
A clothing line, so that you have to wear Bonez and Gristles clothing to eat Bonez and Gristles.
You got to wear. Well, if you didn't come eat with us, you can still buy our clothes. Okay. This emblem is so hot. Who wouldn't want to wear it? You need to wear this. This is the new black right here, buddy. You need to put this thing on. That's it's like that. Even my kids, the kids at church, they love this emblem so much. Hey, I want one, and we want you to have it. Santa Claus might want you to have it for Christmas.
Well, we're coming up on a break. When we come back, you will get to see a promotion for Thanksgiving that Larry created that I think you will enjoy. But it's coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
I want to talk about 2 tenets today. In this life, you can live in contentment or you can live in discontentment. I want you to be contented. And the reason why I want you to be contented, so you don't have to deal with discontentment. Come on in here, somebody. So first of all, in order for you to be content, what you need in your life is one of these pans. Now, right now, this pan is empty. As you can see how thick it is. You can see the diameter of the pan. You can see the height and the width of the pan. Right now, this pan is empty. But guess what? On Thanksgiving, you ain't even got to cook. This pan right here, this pan right here, this one right here can be filled with potato salad. It can be filled with turnip greens. It can be filled with mac and cheese. It can be filled with coleslaw. But guess what? I know a lot of you looking at this pan and you're asking yourself, do I want this pan? No, but I know you want your territory to be enlarged. And that's the reason why we have this pan. Look at this pan. Look at the height. Look at the depth. Look at the width of this pan. And for some of you, that little bit of pan ain't gonna do it for you. And so what you need in your life is a pan like this. And you can fill this pan with green beans. You can fill this pan with baked beans, macaroni and cheese, potato salad, turnip greens, dressing, coleslaw. You can fill this pan with so much stuff. But guess what? You gotta make that choice. It gotta be you to fill that pan. I can't fill it for you. Fill the pan. You can come on down here right now, the Bonez and Gristles Barbecue and Catering, 1517 Dean Avenue. Make a decision. Make it now. This may be your last time. You may not go get to eat no turkey. Come down here and get this pan. And guess what? Some of y'all looking around and looking at yourself and looking at your neighbor, and you see all kind of stuff that's going on, and you looking at this pan and you say, Larry, I understand the size, but I need a main dish. I need a turkey. That's where I'm gonna close at right here. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls across the world, there have been many times in your life you didn't have no turkey. But guess what? You done came up. You done started from the bottom, and now you're here. And guess what? We got smoked turkeys for you. We got smoked turkeys for you. We got them for you. But don't wait till the last minute. Because guess what? They all might be gone. They might be gone. Think about that. This could be the last time. Go ahead and place that order. And guess what? We got wings coming real soon. Holla!
Welcome back to Community Watch. And You just watched a very special Thanksgiving promotion for Bonez and Gristles, starring Mr. Cothran. Yeah, that's effective. I'm not exactly sure when this show will air, but I'm thinking it might be too late to order Thanksgiving turkeys by the time people see it. But I suspect y'all are doing some things for Christmas as well.
Yes, we are.
And they'll definitely see this in time for Christmas planning. So I know y'all do some catering and y'all do parties and
festivals,
just whatever.
Now, when it comes to the catering and the parties and everything like that, we offer full service catering. Okay, explain to them what that is. Explain to them.
Full service catering. That's where you can get anything. So not only that, I like to tell people we're more than just barbecue cooks. We go beyond barbecue. We just done an event where we did 2-inch steaks, potatoes, glassware, everything, the whole nine. Everything was there. From drinks to whatever. We do it all. So there's nothing that we cannot cook. There's nothing that we cannot do, and it'll be just as elegant and good food. It's like I say, it's hard to beat good food. Some people, they make stuff look pretty, but we make stuff look pretty and good. So, you want to get your money's worth there, and that's what we are able to provide you with, the highest quality of service.
You're aware of this already, but I have to tell people that, as most of y'all know, as you know, I had some surgery at the beginning of this semester, and it was I couldn't eat anything. I mean, it was difficult for me to swallow. The only thing I could eat was Brunswick stew from Bonez and Gristles. I mean, that was the only thing I could eat. And I ate that for about 10 days, maybe 2 weeks, 3 times a day. I mean, my wife would go on, she would have to go get another half gallon every so often. And it was a healing experience.
That's powerful. We're sustaining life, brother. That's what this thing is about.
And I just have to thank y'all for that.
You're welcome.
We're happy we could be
that
of
Brunswick
service.
stew saved me.
We're happy we could see right there. We're all for the people. We're for you. We want our food to be an enjoyment and an experience, and that's one of the things. Come experience the food. When you eat your food, that ought to be an experience. When you come out to eat and spend your money, it ought to be an experience. You ought to be able to sit there and say, "Oh my God, the mac and cheese! Oh my God, the barbecue! Oh my God, this is something that I'll take with me for the rest of my life." That's what we're into doing. So, we've had people eat with us from Memphis. We had somebody from
Kansas City,
Germany.
Yeah.
We've had some people from Germany. We had one of the top chef people eat with us. Love the food. We've had several food critics drop in, and we've gotten rave reviews, and we're just happy about that. It couldn't be achieved without people like yourself, and we're happy about that.
Now, this is kind of genetic with you, isn't it? I mean, the cooking skills and the barbecue, that's kind of a genetic thing with you.
It is. All my family can cook, but we got good at cooking because my family does like this. They will critique you. So anybody that marries into the family, whatever, you got to bring a dish, and my grandmothers will do it nicely, but they'll say, "Baby, you need to work on that a little bit," or "Baby, that's a hit," and because we critique each other, I think that's why our family has gotten where we are able to cook like we do. Because on our family eatings every Sunday or every other Sunday, there's nothing for us to have 40 people, 50 people eating at the house. That's the norm. So we cook big. You see, I didn't get this big by just looking at the food.
And another thing too, when it comes to, this being genetic and everything like that right there, I got some genetics in my family. I got some cooks in my family.
Okay.
One thing that we do, we will critique you on your ramen noodles. Now, your ramen noodles have to be at a consistency where you can, you know, pick them up real, you know what I'm saying, where they can stay on the fork.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They have to have that good season on it. You know what I'm saying? What can you add to those ramen noodles to make them even better? You see what I'm saying? But the barbecue and stuff like that, we just leave that to them.
Yeah.
But just regular dishes and stuff, like I do like a good egg and cheese.
He is a great cook now. Like I said, he can trade. He can burn now. So you know, he's a great cook now. Yeah. Besides doing the computers.
So due to the success that you guys have had, where do you see yourself in 6 months? A year from where you guys started?
Interesting.
Do you plan on opening another location? Or?
That is our plans on another location, but we plan on being in more festivals. You know, we're already in some, but we plan on being in several big. We want to land a few huge festivals as one of our short-term goals, and then one of our long-term goals is to open up another location. We won't reveal where that's going to be because we don't want our competition saying, man, that's a good idea. So, you know, we just going to keep that to ourselves. But we have our eye. I have my good eye on another location already.
Well, I will say that having done extensive investigation in the world of ribs, I don't come across many ribs that are as spectacular as y'all's, and it is hard. I mean, I'm open-minded about ribs. I mean, I will try anyone's ribs, but really, and seriously, y'all have among the best I have ever had, and I've been around a while. You haven't been around quite as much, but
not as long.
Well,
but it's really spectacular. It's spectacular.
Well, we thank you. We work hard and we put a lot of work in, and we burn up a lot of ribs to get them spectacular like that. So don't think it's come as easy. It's we done blew a lot of money to get them ribs like that right there and perfect them like we do. So we happy. That's one of our top sellers at the spot.
Yeah,
is our ribs.
And they so tender. They fall right off the bone. You know, I had my grandmother in there, and she we was doing like a little bit of commercial or whatever, and she was in there talking about, ooh, they so tender. You know, and we like to pride ourselves on the ribs being tender. You know, a lot of people ask, did you ball them? No, you didn't ball them. You know, that's not barbecue if you got to ball them.
That's right.
You know, our ribs are tender. They're so tender you can put them in a baby's bottle and the baby can suck them out. You know, and so we want our ribs to be number one in the city, number one in the state, number one in the nation, number one in the world, and we have that potential.
I think you do. We have to take another break. Stay with us. More after this.
$7,000 high school students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks, more than 4 miles long. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step.
Welcome back to Community Watch. We've been having a conversation with Larry Cothran and Eric Mosley of Bonez and Gristles Barbecue on Dean Avenue in Rome. And if you want to call them, 678-632-6637. You can find them on Facebook as well. And believe me, you will not regret visiting Bonez and Gristles on Dean Avenue. Thank you, Evan.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we'll see y'all next time on Community Watch.